We successfully conquered Skygeirr, we became primal on Xeris, and in the previous episode we also leveled Warfield's fortress and took control of Char. Here we are. I think it is time for us to travel to another destination, but first off, let's have a quick little chat with Isha.
Another world for the swarm. The broods are coming back together.
Our enemies should fear us.
They should.
There is still much to do.
We are numberless, we are relentless, and we are evolving.
We are also done on Char. I will decide on our next destination soon.
Alrighty, so our ultimate goal is to get rid of Emperor Mengsk, of course. I don't know if that is where we're gonna be traveling next. I guess there's only one way to find out. However, first off, I want to have a quick little chat with Zagara, who of course was helped with the beautiful, delicate hands of Abathur in the previous episode. Zagara, how are you?
I am so powerful.
Oh, she became a Super Saiyan.
I feel as if I could be a threat to you now.
Listen well, Zagara. Someday you might rule the swarm. If you think you can take it now, make your move. But the next time we fight, it is to the death. All or nothing.
I will serve you and learn from you. And perhaps someday, I will lead the swarm. But not today.
And what lesson did I teach you?
Vision, my queen. You taught me vision.
The swarm is powerful, but power is not enough for its leader. I defeated Warfield not through numbers or strength. I simply possessed vision, and he did not.
I will remember it, my queen.
And thus we now have not only a CEO, but also a COO. Zagara is now our Chief Operating Officer. She's gonna be the one in charge of many operations. Before we travel though, because it even says travel right here on this little button, let's go ahead and seek out Abathur. Oh, and by the way, we got another evolution mission available as well. Abathur, what's up, bud?
There is no other creature like you in the swarm. Where did your essence come from?
The Overmind spun me from many species, a brood of one.
What did you do after the Overmind died?
Wandered the tunnels of Char, without purpose. Pharaoh,
Brood of
Queen
one.
of Blades, found me, made me Zerg again.
You aren't Zerg unless you're under someone's control.
Without overriding will, am beast. Less.
Oh, that's actually really cool. So the Overmind created several broods, as well as a brood of one. That is an awesome way of thinking about it. Anyways, before we go anywhere, I wanna have a look right here. Well, first off, right? I like making them make noises, okay? But before we travel anywhere, I think we're gonna check out what this evolution mission is all about.
Baneling strain ready for augmentation. Discovered creature with powerful essence. Good adaptation for Baneling. Defeat creature. Assimilate essence. Create new strain.
So, I recall the splitter strain. If I'm not mistaken, it splits the Baneling when it explodes into little baby Banelings. Honestly, it's one of the strongest mutations in the entire game, but I don't quite recall what the Hunter strain is all about, so let's have a quick look.
Planet Nelith. Unique life form present on surface.
Ooh, there we are.
Scarab. Organism has evolved elegant survival mechanism. Decentralized nervous system. Upon death, remains become two lesser creatures.
I guess insect on Earth,
The
kinda,
Scarab essence assimilated before the Protoss know we're here.
I guess kinda do the same thing, right? Except the splitter strain in real life would more or less be offspring. just you know, have a lot of offspring, and I guess you create your splitter strain. All right, I'm sorry, Mr. Scarab. Oh, how many times do I have to kill you? Oh, there we go.
Require additional essence. Prime Scarab near.
So, I'm curious, what happens if I if I blow up my Banelings right now? Oh, I literally can't? No, I can only enable the structure attack. I was gonna say, what if I accidentally... What if I killed a Greater Nidus Worm? Is that possible? Oh my god, they've literally made this mission foolproof. You quite literally can't fail it. I was gonna say, what if I blow up my Banes right now, and I technically can't complete the mission? Alright, fine. Whew. Lots of little baby essences as well. But there we go. Give me some more.
Spinning sequence into Baneling strand. Augmented Banelings ready for combat.
Alright.
Let's introduce the Protoss to our new friends.
When the music gets queued up. Oh man, we also have centrifugal hooks now. When the music starts playing though, you know that it's time. So if this strain is gonna be part of the multiplayer, right? That would be hilarious.
Splits into two smaller creatures.
Look at him.
Upon detonation. Occurs only once.
Give me more.
Banelings now.
Oh my god.
They are unending.
This is so silly. So wait, how much damage do... Hold up, I kinda wanna check. How much damage do you guys do? So you deal... Oh, you deal 80 damage for destruction and 40 damage flat. And you little guys? So it's 5 and 10. Doesn't sound very significant. But there's no denying that it's super strong.
Arriving now.
Right? Even just for tanking a lot of the damage, right? Because it's gonna take a single hit. Look at this. Banelings versus Colossus. That's when you know you've got a lot of
The
Banes.
Protoss are finished. Ready your next experiment, Abathur.
Alright, I'm curious to see what the Hunter Strain is all about. Because this one is extremely good. I don't actually know.
Scoria. Volcanic resource world. Hostile terrain.
How do you scan so many worlds?
Thousands of Banelings subjected to lava. Extreme conditions used to guide evolution.
Okay. Oh. F.
Over many cycles,
Pay your respect.
adaptation occurs.
An old Call of Duty meme. I'm sure some of you know what I'm all about.
New strain emerges. Can leap up cliffs to avoid lava.
Wait, we get Reaper
That's
Banes?
useful.
Successful specimens scattered on surface must gather.
Oh, baby. Okay. So you're telling me we get Reaper Banes? Huh. I mean, considering I picked up the Raptor strain, right?
Survivors located here must be collected. Lava rising, remain on high ground.
So considering I picked up the Raptor strain on my Zerglings, and my Zerglings can jump up and down too.
Regular intervals. Utilize high ground.
This does seem like a really nice option.
Got some movement out here. Gonna check it out.
What? Are you kidding me?
What's happening?
I'm actually kind of leaning towards this one right now because it would be so much fun. Look at this!
Get that Hercules back to base now.
Are you kidding me?
Inbound.
It would be so much fun to just simply go ahead and jump up and down cliffs with Zerglings and Banelings. Lings and Banes, I mean, they are the gold standard of any Zerg army in StarCraft 2.
Dominion mining camp. Extracting minerals.
That's so fun. That's so
I
fun.
see them. Let's test out these new Banelings.
So do they deal any increased damage? Right, to make up for the fact that they don't split?
Front
Probably not.
entrance heavily fortified. Banelings unable to pass.
No, they can pass, dude. Don't worry about it.
The base is built into the cliffs.
Oh.
Our Banelings can travel overland and drop in from the back.
Vision. Remember what she told you about Vision? Zagara would have taken a frontal approach, I can tell you that much. Yeah, so they're still exactly the same amount of damage output, or they still have the exact same amount of damage output. Alright. Dude, honestly, look at this. We have little roly-polies that are moving across the map. Right? We can just roly-poly down the cliff. Look at this! Okay.
Dominion mining facility destroyed. Experiment successful.
Look at this. Okay, you know what?
Sequences ready for integration. Await decision.
I think I've made my choice. Leaps over obstacles and onto targets from long range can jump up and down cliffs. Or we can go with the Splitter Strain. Splits into 2 Baneling spawns on death. Baneling spawn deal less damage. Honestly, this one seems like a little bit too much fun not to mess around with. I really want to try out Raptors and then the Hunter Strain Banelings. That seems like a lot of fun. Hunter Strain, strategic asset. Extreme conditions used to guide evolution. Hunter Strain can propel itself up cliffs, attack foes caught unawares. Or attack foes caught unawares. Unawares? Attack foes caught... Anyway, is that correct English? Hunter Strain can propel itself up cliffs, attack foes caught unawares. I'm pretty sure that S doesn't need to be there, right? Then again, I'm a foreigner. I don't really know. Anyways, able to leap over swarm troops, bombard enemies. Banelings no longer trapped behind hungry Zerglings. It's time to evolve.
New strain.
Look at that! Oh, that's so good. Alrighty, thank you very much, Mr. Abathur, for evolving my swarm. Since I do want to try play Lings and Banes, right? I've got the regenerative acid, that's super helpful. Blast radius increased by 50%, increases base damage by... A lot of these are really fun. I think I kind of want to mess around with the regenerative acid. Interestingly enough, right? If I have this one, and I'm using, for example, aberrations or maybe roaches, I can imagine that the Baneling will probably deal splash damage when it dies, then HP up or you know, heal up my roach. I guess the same can work on Zerglings though. Adrenal overload, of course, very helpful. This is a nice setup, honestly. I really like, in particular, these front 4 units here. They work together really nicely. Should I make any changes? By the way, there you can see the beautiful pink Baneling. But should I make any changes over here? I do think I want to, yeah, if I want to play Lings and Banes, I want to get the Zergling Reconstitution. I do really like my twin drones, but I think I want to... These have timed life though, so I don't know. I think I want to try and pick up something else once again. Let's go ahead and pick up Mend. I'll probably not use it very... You know what? No, I'm going to pick up Mend just for fun. Malignant Creep, of course, very helpful as well. My units and structures get increased life regeneration and 30% increased attack speed on Creep. That's honestly really good too. I think if I'm going to pick up Zergling Reconstitution and not go with the automated extractors, I should at the very least pick up twin drones, right? You don't really need 2 economical focused perks, I don't think, over here, but 1 is going to be very helpful. I know a lot of you are big fans of the activated abilities over here in the first 2 tiers, but I quite like what I've got right now. I think it's nice. We don't really have to worry so much about Kerrigan. Just Mend whenever we can. Anyway, without further ado, it's time to travel.
During the battle, the Terrans launched thousands of these devices at the Leviathan. They are not weapons.
It's a two-way communicator.
Phone?
The Queen of Blades. And
It's a video call.
you'd return to your true form. A monster. Now, you'll do exactly as I tell you if you care at all about Jim Raynor. Yes, he's alive. So you'll keep your swarm away from Paul and away from me, or he dies. That man sacrificed everything to give you back your humanity, and you threw it away. Oh, he must be disgusted by you. Why, he'd be first in line to kill you.
I can't sense Jim out there. If he is alive, nothing in this universe will stop me from finding him.
This is the best love story of all time. Alright, so there's a few places we can go right now. So she can't sense where Jim Raynor is. So I guess that also kind of answers my question that I posed in one of the previous episodes. Like, why is she believing what Emperor Mengsk says after what he's done way long ago, right? Abandoning her for the Zerg. But anyways, We have 2 different planets to go to right now. We can go to Dominion Space.
At your orders, we will move our Leviathan into Dominion space and begin searching for the Terran ship Hyperion. You wish their help in finding the Terran Jim Raynor.
Okay, so we can go ahead and head out to Dominion Space.
We are picking up a strange psionic signal.
Huh.
It is Zerg in origin, but not part of the swarm.
I know you seek to topple Mengsk. His alien soldiers, the hybrid, are your greatest threat. If you wish to stop them, meet me at these coordinates.
If the Dominion is controlling hybrid, our invasion of Korhal will fail. This lab must be destroyed.
Alright, so remember, right, our real quest is to find Isha and Nose. Now, I've heard of an excellent plastic surgeon out in the galaxy who goes by the name of Alexei Stukov. Maybe he can help us out. I think it also makes sense, before we head out to Dominion Space, that we unlock as many units as we can, like for example the Infested as well as the Ultralisk. Heavy Assault unit cleaves ground targets with an area damage attack, and of course the Infested. It has a bunch of awesome spells, although I don't really know exactly which ones it's got right now in the Heart of the Swarm campaign. But without further ado, I think it is time for us to meet Alexei Stukov. I honestly love Alexei Stukov. He's such a badass character. All kidding aside, he's definitely up there with my favorites. Not quite, you know, Donnie Vermillion level, right? But definitely not down there with
My
Terry either.
queen, the infested Terran who contacted you waits over there. He claims to know you.
Who are you?
You do not recognize me? I am Alexei Stukov. We were enemies once.
With the UED.
Well, we both seem to be Zerg now.
Indeed, and we share a common goal, the destruction of this facility. It is here that Mengsk breeds the hybrid, combining Protoss and Zerg DNA to create monstrous creatures of immense power.
Then we'll destroy this facility together.
Alrighty, so of course, during Chapter 5 of the original StarCraft campaign, we came across the United Earth Directorate, the UED. Now, eventually, small spoiler alert, I suppose, you should have watched those videos already, right? I got a full playthrough of that game. In case you're interested, there's a link down below in the description of this video to my full playlist of StarCraft Remastered. But anyways, in the end, it turns out that Mr. Dugal and Mr. Stukov did not quite get the greatest of endings to their lives. Now, apparently, though, Mr. Stukov right here is not quite Terran anymore, and he has become infested. I don't actually know what the story behind that is. Maybe we'll find out.
This isn't just about getting rid of the hybrid threat, is it? Why are you helping me?
They held me here for many years.
Oh.
I survived experiments, torture, and worse. Now I will see it burn. You were the only one I could think of with the power and will to aid me.
Infested. Held captive. Experimented on and hunted. We have some things in common.
So, I thought the man went down with his ship, right? At the very least, that's what it looked like during the ending cutscene of Chapter 5. But apparently, Mr. Stukov was captured and then experimented on by Mr. Mengsk and his people. Alright. So that does mean that apparently we have to start fighting the Skygeirr station, the place where they do those experiments. There should be a lot of fun.
This is the source of Mengsk's hybrid? Just getting inside is going to be an achievement.
Isha, I'm sorry, he's not quite... He does have a magnificent nose, but I don't think he wants to give up his own.
Contact the brood mothers. Tell them to bring their Leviathans to this system.
Should they unleash their broods upon the station?
No. Zagara and I will lead our broods in the assault.
So the other broods will simply hold in orbit.
I want them nearby. After we destroy this station, we're going after Jim.
Zagara, what do you think of this place?
The infested Terran. I have never seen his like. He is powerful, but closed off. Where is he from?
Stukov is from Earth.
Yeah.
A few years ago, they sent an invading force here. I remember it. I destroyed them.
As it should be.
I thought Stukov was killed. I heard reports that he'd been resurrected, that he'd been infested, then cured. If he's been a prisoner here all these years, anything is possible.
So is his cause as noble as we assume it is right now? Right? I mean, he wasn't a bad guy. Honestly, like, I really enjoyed Chapter 5. Before I played StarCraft 1, I did not know anything about the UED, like the United Earth Directorate, at all. I really liked Chapter 5, so that's the Terran campaign of StarCraft Brood War. Honestly, probably my favorite chapter in the entirety of the original campaign, other than, like, you know, the overhanging storyline, I suppose. But it's a really, really great story. Would highly recommend you go ahead and check out Chapter 5. But anyways, do you think we can talk to Abathur? Of course we can talk to Abathur. Abathur, what do you think of the infested Terran?
Organism Stukov, fascinating. Implications disturbing.
How so?
Modifications of Stukov, second only to modifications of Primal Queen of Blades. However, Stukov, product of specific design. Interweaving of Terran and Zerg matter, subtle, spun on micro scale, not possible for Swarm.
Something out there is better at this than you, and you don't like it.
Entity responsible for Stukov exceeds organism Abathur, untenable to oppose. Recommend immediate indoctrination into foreign entities Swarm.
Never.
Good old Abathur. It's funny, like initially he just seemed like a guy who was trying his very best to improve the Swarm, but he does have a bit of a jealous side. Anyway, let's have a look.
The main entrance of the Skygeirr platform is heavily defended. We must dislodge this Dominion force before we can assault the lab itself.
Alrighty, so we need to go ahead and neutralize the platform defenses. Apparently we will unlock 3 Kerrigan levels, if I'm not mistaken. That does mean that we get a new tier of perks for the Queen of Blades, and apparently we also will unlock the unit that goes by the name of the Infestor. Infestation Specialist can take control of enemy units, also is able to immobilize units while it deals area damage to large groups. Brutal has been selected. It's time to start the mission. Kinda looks like General Warfield's compound, right? Look at that.
This lift is the only entrance into the laboratories.
Oh, the laboratories.
It is also the second most heavily defended location in Dominion space.
Laboratories. I love that
So
word.
they've got a lot of Marines. We'll use those numbers against them. Bring in my infestors. We're going to implant virophages at these garrisons. Once they've infested the Terrans inside, I'll use them to secure the landing bay. We'll clear it before the Dominion can even react.
Here we go. We got our infestation unit with a little spell that goes by the name of fungal growth. We can also go ahead and burrow, but apparently we're not quite capable of casting that
Use
spell.
fungal growth on those Marines.
I'll burrow it.
They won't escape its grasp.
Oh, it's instant as well.
Move to that garrison, quickly.
So wait, I can actually cast these spells without the little missile, right? Did I see that correctly? Oh, here we go. Virophage immediately does get constructed here, and that means that the Dominion garrisons are now getting infested as well.
The infestors can now move on. The virophage will infest the surrounding buildings.
I want control of that Banshee.
Can I, yeah, so in Legacy of the Void right now, you can take control of units quite comfortably. But, in SC2 it works a little bit differently in the campaign, just because, you know, the spells work a little bit differently and the units are balanced differently. This is okay, though. Instant fungal growth would be pretty insane right now in SC2's multiplayer, not gonna lie. Anyway, now I have a Banshee. Pretty good. Maybe I should take some Marines as well, I'm not sure, but we could probably go ahead and spread some creep tumors as well. Should I? I mean, there's not a whole lot of units that shoot up. What's this? Consumption. Oh, look at that. We now apparently are practically the Vilers. Very good. Can I take control of these guys too?
Parasitic domination on the Dominion's heavy ordnance. Turn their weapons against them.
Oh, it's called parasitic domination, by the way. It's called differently. It's not neuroparasite. I don't actually know if I recall this mission at all. I am looking at this and I cannot remember for the life of me that I've ever actually made these. I probably have at some point, but I never actually recall these spells very well. Then again, during Wings of Liberty, you know, the game that I played before Heart of the Swarm came out, I didn't really use Infestors very often.
The Infestors have implanted all 3 virophages on this section.
I was probably the only one, by the way.
It's time for the Infested to do their part.
Funny thing is, Infested Broodlord was the gold standard in the multiplayer, and I didn't really enjoy playing that style very much, so I didn't. Anyway. Looks like I can make a base.
The Zerg are infesting the facility. Release the gas.
Oh. Oh no.
My queen, the gas is destroying the infested Terrans.
Poor little infested Terrans.
We can always infest more. They're only killing themselves.
Oh, Kerrigan does not care.
Warfare. Efficient delivery mechanism. Gas unstable. Once Dominion reserves run out, we'll require time to synthesize more.
And that's when we resume our attack. Until then, we'll hold here and defend the virophages.
Okay. I can certainly do that. I can certainly try and do exactly that. So there's a bunch of gas apparently still remaining, and we need to slowly push all the way over there. Do you think I can just simply all-army hotkey most of these things? I probably can.
Retribution.
It's probably fine. I want to make some Banes as well, though, right? Those Banes seem really fun. Adrenal Overload, aggressive. Sure. First off, some workers, though. Maybe a Baneling nest would not be a bad idea either. Of course, we want to try and spread that creep forward here, too. Yeah, so I need to make sure that I defend the virophages. I don't know if that means that they're going to be attacking them. Probably that's exactly what it means, right? That's the only thing it could really mean, but I do have to be a little careful. I don't really want to make too many infestors because I need to do too much babysitting with them. I don't really know exactly if we need infestors here. Let me make some Zerglings. Or some Banelings, rather. They're way too much fun to mess around with. Could I have a second base, maybe? If I plan on making a lot of Lings and Banes, second base would be nice.
It's the only mercy we can afford them.
Kill them before they destroy the virophage.
Calm down, Kerrigan. So wait, where are they gonna attack? This one? This is the first one I took.
It is time.
Maybe a Roach Warren would be nice. Yeah, okay, so they are pushing here. Look at that, an instant fungal growth. That's honestly pretty sick.
What is it this time?
I think I'm gonna keep my infestors, you know, like a separate hotkey, because I'm gonna probably run them to their death if I don't.
What is it?
Alright. So should I go about and maybe get some static defense installed over here? I don't know if I absolutely need to.
Yes.
I don't even know what happens if they take control of them back. Does that mean they will once again be, you know, your regular good old Terran structure? Oh my god.
Infest them, and our swarm will grow.
That was so funny. Did you see that? That honestly looked really silly. Alright, we started up our Zergling production here as well. Zerglings, of course, very nice at jumping about, but also now we get that Zergling reconstitution, which is nice.
What? Yes.
Alright.
The Dominion's gas supply has run out. They will need time to recharge.
Attack alongside the infested. Kill anyone in our way.
Alright, nice. Let's go ahead and keep on spreading the creep forward as well. Maybe you guys need to unburrow? Yeah, that's exactly what you need to do. Very nice. So we'll go ahead and push alongside the infested whenever we can.
Infestation successful. This garrison is now under the swarm's control.
Very nice. So that means we get more and more units out. I am definitely gonna need another hatchery or two, though. In particular, if I plan on playing... Yeah, I don't see a second base. In particular, if I plan on playing Zergling heavy, right? I'm gonna need a lot of larvae. A couple of roaches wouldn't hurt either, though, because the Vile Roach is just so very good.
Speak. Yes.
Okay. It's gonna be that one taken care of.
Defend this facility, men. We are the sword of the Dominion.
Pathetic.
Our infestation spreads to another garrison.
Very nice. Slowly pushing onwards. I don't have a lot of units right now, by the way. I do have to make sure that I don't accidentally overextend, I suppose. Let's get some upgrades going. I'll go triple Evo just because I can.
The Dominion uses these facilities to conduct research on live Zerg. If you place a creep tumor here, you can infest them and steal biomass held within.
Oh, alright. So I need to spawn creep tumors? I can do that. Yeah, let's go ahead and make some more roaches here too. The roaches are way too good not to. And there's actually another base over here too, so I didn't quite realize that, but... At the very least, I'm gonna have more and more larva production. There we go. Getting a bunch of upgrades going. We'll get some drones going over here on our main base too. And while I can't tech up to a hive yet, I think we will be able to during the next mission. Where do I need to place it? Right here?
The Dominion has begun venting gas. The infested will die.
Alright.
Expect an attack. Guard our virophages.
They're likely gonna push over here then, right?
Your creep is infesting the first facility now.
Cool. Nice.
Alright, let's clear it out, boys.
So I'm assuming there's gonna be a push over here. That only makes sense. Let's get some Banelings, right? A couple of Hunter Banes. They're gonna be very nice at killing a lot of these units. Let's get a few Overlords going here just in case. And actually, they're once again pushing over here. What if I lose one of the Virophages? This is not ideal. I didn't think they were gonna...
The Dominion destroyed one of our virophages.
The garrisons are still there. An infestor can replant the virophage.
Alright. I didn't realize they were gonna push over there. So we may as well just go ahead and get some static defense, right? A couple of Pokeboys. And, as some of you suggested, and I have to say I like it, couple of Spitty Boys up there as well. I asked in I believe the previous episode what I should call Spore Crawlers. Spitty Boys. Seems about alright.
Yes.
Get some Zerglings out again. Never really made that many links. Wait. Oh, I think actually this is how it works. Apparently if I morph my links into Baneling, Zergling Reconstitution doesn't seem to work. Am I crazy? Doesn't seem like it.
Infested.
Oh, maybe I'm actually doing it wrong though. I'm not entirely sure. But it would make sense. If they would come back, right? I guess roaches alone would probably be enough to complete most of this anyway. Alright, get +2/+2 going.
Retribution.
Very nice. And since my expansion just finished up, I need to hold on for a little while longer, but I really want to make sure that I get that one saturated here as soon as possible as well. Started up my +2 carapace.
What is it this speak?
Or I want to at the very least. It's pretty expensive. In particular if I keep spending all my money. What do I make right here to dump more gas? Since I can't make infested Terrans out of my infestors, I'm kind of thinking that I should just simply play with the units that I've got right now, and I could go for some or I could go for some mutas or some
The Dominion stopped venting gas. It will take them some time to
We'll just be flooding gas, it's
more.
fine. Having more mineral income would already help a lot.
Yes.
And Banelings obviously very gas heavy units as well. Can't make any Ravagers, which is a little disappointing. Get the Hunter Banes in there. Oh my god, the jumping Banes honestly are insanely fun. Do I need to push into this base? I've got a feeling that I do not. But I can.
They're assaulting the base. Don't give them an inch.
Well, no, actually, I do probably need to go in that direction. There's a lot of areas to check out, though. If you guys could maybe go ahead and spread some creep over in that direction. Oh my god, look at that, there's a Predator! Haven't seen those in a while. They do splash damage.
I sense more garrisons across the platform.
Okay, there's a nuke. That's a little unfortunate. Rest in pieces, infested Terrans. Wait, did I kill the... Oh, I think I killed a ghost. I killed the ghost. I must have. Okay. So this is a big one. Look at this. This is actually a pretty nice, nice little platform. Continuously, well, I guess spreading the creep over towards the bonus objective. Seems like a useful thing to do. This one is going to be taken care of as well, and we'll be spreading the creep tumors backwards, because I want to make sure that I keep on infesting the map.
Let's move.
The fact that they heal up
You're
units,
doing
though, is so
well.
nice.
The Dominion is losing control of the platform.
Okay, very soon, I'm gonna once again have to defend against a lot of these
Keep going.
areas.
The entrance is within our grasp.
Let's get a couple of units out pretty much everywhere, right? A couple of these pokey and spitty boys over at the most vulnerable locations is probably smart. Okay, so I'll likely need to defend again.
Gas is once again venting onto the platform.
Okay, let's just burrow you guys,
Retribution.
and everyone just head back. We'll be defending our bases here next. I've got quite a lot of units, but I do have to be careful that I'm not, like, you know, grouping all of my army in one big clump, because it's a little risky if you do that. So I'm just sort of putting everything together.
Clear itself. Let's get cooking.
A couple of aberrations wouldn't hurt.
Get that bridge extended and wipe out that hive. I want these Zerg off my platform.
Speak.
Yellow. Oh, look, they've got a little bridge now. All right. So I put units pretty much everywhere. This one is easily defended. Yeah, I just simply spread around where I'm positioning my army, which makes these platforms quite easy to defend. I could make more infestors, but honestly, I'm mostly just using them to activate a lot of these gates, I suppose. The Virovages. I can continue sort of spreading some creep around, though. The creep tumors apparently do just fine. There's actually 2 more over in this area, too. So, my main quest, by the way, is to destroy the lab entrance. I don't actually need to necessarily infest every single structure, but I kind of want to. I think it'd be fun. Okay, a lot more Zerglings coming out. More Banelings morphing in as well. And this is just gonna be, look at this, right? Look at this! It's pretty nice. Can't complain about that. We might even want to continue pushing as well during, like, the next cycle where they're trying their very best. Oh my god, what? Oh, that's dirty. I'm gonna have to spread creep in that direction again. Oh, they have a science vessel, that's why. Excuse me, Mr. Science Vessel. Could you not? Alright, you know what? It's time for us to continue pushing. Cool. My little Banelings, though, right? They're like leapfrogging forward. It's kind of cute in a way. There we go. Bold move, Mr. Raynor. Every time I make a ballsy move like this, it's what I hear immediately in my head.
The Terrans have run out of gas.
Yes.
Maybe some of you can go over there.
What is it this time?
I should probably get some anti-air units as well, right? Wouldn't be a bad idea anyway. Okay. Getting some more of those things set up, and I guess I will get a creep tumor over here now too, right? Yeah.
Our infestation spreads to a nearby garrison.
The garrison is infested. Let's move.
Alright. Getting a lot more Zerglings here. Let's make a bunch of Banes here too. And before I move on to the main gate, I want to make sure that I complete this bonus objective, because, well, I guess we can kind of start fighting already. We're not done yet, but it's not like we can, you know, move for the victory already. I feel like that would be a little silly. Right? Gotta get myself those Kerrigan levels. Look at this, right? The speed at which these units can reinforce, even without their upgrades, is pretty nice. Could I just hypothetically speaking, right? Thank you. I guess that's one way to get rid of a lot of these units.
Kill them all.
I don't want to, like, risk my units either, though. There's no reason for that, right?
Yes, retribution. It is.
Very nice. I'll likely have to wait one more cycle, though. I can't imagine that I've already got this one taken control of right now. That's that 3rd bonus objective right now, too, for me, by the way. Gotta continuously infest a lot of these structures. So Kerrigan is now level 50.
All 3 facilities are infested. The biomass within is yours.
Wow, really? How does that not work? Did I really misclick? I must have used the wrong hotkey. I think I used my hotkey there that I use in the multiplayer version of the game, but it's a little different in the campaign. Alright. Let's continue pushing forward. I only have 2 infestors remaining, although I don't really need them anymore.
Venting gas onto the platform.
I don't really need them anymore right now. These Thors though, these big units, they're really nice to have. Couple more Banes, always good. And yeah, it is time for us to start pushing onwards though. I don't think I really want to wait all too long.
Let's burn this place before they come creeping again.
There may be some pushes though, right? Do have to be a little careful with where I'm positioning my army. I think I want to have a lot of you over here as well. Just to make sure we can defend wherever they're pushing, yeah. They are indeed coming over in this direction. They'll likely be pushing this left-hand side here too. Kerrigan alone can continue cleaning up a bunch of these things. I guess I'll give her a few Zerglings. Just a couple of links to play with, you know. And everyone needs to play. Everyone needs to play every, you know, every once in a while. There we go.
Our conquest continues.
Very nice. Kind of want to see if I can maybe make some, you know what? This is a little silly, but I kind of want to see if I can maybe do some spine crawler rushing. Oh, Kerrigan's dying. Kerrigan, no. That's not what I hoped. Anyway. Let's get a couple of Pokeboys. These Pokeboys are quite nice. They deal a lot of damage. I don't know exactly how good a spine crawler rush is going to be, but considering I've got quite a lot of resources anyway, we may go ahead and give it a at the very least give it a try. I keep thinking, can you guys take those out? I keep thinking that I see units on the minimap. Yeah, you guys can. Although, probably not the ones over there, though.
Let's burn this place before they come creeping again.
Okay. Yeah, I've got more than enough. A single Thor here helping out as well. Here are my spines. My Pokeboys, sorry.
I am beyond death.
There we go. And let's see. Oh my god, was that actually the Thor shooting it down? It's got 24 kills. Oh, I don't actually know if that includes my... Like, is that only 24 kills that I made? Or does that include the units that the Thor killed before it got infested? I'm not entirely sure how mind control functions like that. Alright.
The gas has run out, my queen.
Let's get all the units over here.
Have resumed the attack.
Pokeboys, assemble. Let's wait for your brothers to finish up real quick. Come on. Come on. One more. The creep is pushing forward quite nicely. I do kind of want to spread some creep in this direction too, though. I'm waiting for the infested, obviously. Alright, let's go. You know what? I don't think my Pokeboys are gonna really do very much. They can guard the entrance, I suppose, but my creep isn't spreading fast. I kind of wish it was spreading a little bit quicker, but... Alright, alright, alright. You guys, burrow the high ground. There you go. You're totally helping out. But the entrance has already been breached, and with that, Kerrigan should be able to get the information.
My queen, the swarm is
the laboratory
at your command.
Good. It's time we found out what's waiting inside.
I would have called that a laboratory, but it's not. Anyway, looks like we did successfully just now complete the mission. Kerrigan herself ended up getting 98 kills. Definitely very solid, and of course we've also unlocked the Infestor right now in our arsenal of units. Although I usually try to steer away from a lot of these spellcasters in you know, campaigns in particular, just because I really like, you know, the swarmy feel of just simply getting a ton of units out on the map. Everyone's got their little preference. Apparently I did not get the Master of Puppets. No Metallica allowed for me. Kill 60 enemy units with parasitic dominated Terran units in the Infested mission. Maybe I, you know, if I would have infested a couple more units, I think I could have actually easily done this. And then secondly as well, spreading the disease, invest all garrisons without losing a virophage in the infested mission on normal. So sadly, I ended up losing a single one of them, which is a little bit disappointed, but at the very least we did successfully complete this mission on the brutal difficulty. Now I hope that you enjoyed watching today's video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button down below. And if you want to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you get a notification as soon as I upload more. Other than that, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Links are down below in the description of this video. And last but not least, I want to give a special shout out to the Patreon supporters for directly helping out the channel. But for now, I want to thank you for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile, alright? And I will see you in the next one.